Chair, the Office of the Vice President from 2022, 2023, and 2024 received unmodified opinions from the Commission on Audit. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank all my colleagues in the Office of the Vice President for being faithful to transparency and accountability in our office. The reason why we have comments from the Office of the Commission on Audit is because of system and improvement in processes. So these are basically documentations that the Commission on Audit require of transactions. And we have already updated our manual of operations in the OVP to reflect comments from the auditors.
Thank you very much, ma'am. And if you can, if possible, if that is not classified, you can give a list to the committee para kami na po magbigay doon sa minority. Thank you very much.
The manual of operations, sir? Okay, sir. Let me just discuss this with the executive committee. Kasi pinaghirapan din namin ito, Sir Gawin. Baka kopyahin lang din ng minority.
It's your prerogative, Madam Vice President.
But in relation to that po, Mr. Chair,
Okay.
we would be interested in the report kung ano po yung 3.8 million pesos that required correction po doon sa COA audit report in 2024. Would that be possible po, Mr. Chair?
Madam Chair, as I said, all questions about all documents inside the Commission on Audit is best to be directed to the auditors or the representatives of COA in the budget hearings. Thank you.
But with all due respect, to follow up that po, the COA specifically sought correction because po may nakita pong 3.8 million pesos that is not accounted for in the submission by the OVP. So the burden of the submission is actually with the following agency. So, which is why in the exercise of legislative oversight, we would like to be enlightened kung ano po yung error na po ito. And tama po, para maiwasan in the future, a report po on what it is would be appreciated. So, ang question ko po is, would that be possible po, Mr. Chair?
Madam Chair, usually the Commission on Audit, the auditors review documents, and sometimes they do not see the attachments in the correct submissions. Sometimes the attachments that are required are found in other submissions and reports. And these attachments are required by auditors in every report. That is why right now we already have a checklist. If this is the process, if this is the project, there is a checklist on the attachments because auditors review the documents, and the auditors require the attachment of documents. And sometimes these documents are not attached to a specific report. So what we did, Madam Chair, is create a checklist and improve the system. The personnel from the Office of the Vice President go through the checklist before they submit.
Okay. Anything else, Congresswoman Ko?
Just to clarify, therefore, dahil po naibigay yung explanation na yon, is the Office of the Vice President explaining that this is the explanation for that 3.8 million necessity for correction?
This is the explanation why we have an unmodified opinion. Wala po silang nakitang nawawala. Nawawala po yung papel dahil naka-attach siya sa ibang document. At ang gusto ng COA ay specific yung mga dokumento na ina-attach per submission.
In the interest of time, ako na lang mag-volunteer niyan na Congresswoman Ko. Hingin ko sa COA yung detalya ng 3.8 kung gusto mo. I promise to give it to you in the least possible time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that response. My next question would be in relation po, and we're asking this question po, Mr. Chair, dahil kung may necessity for correction for this 2024 audit report, and then meron pong other audit reports in the past that have found that there are deficiencies and delays, gusto nating hindi na po mangyari siya. Can I ask Mr. Chair, what assurance do the people have na sumusunod na ngayon ang Office of the Vice President sa guidelines on disbursement and other proper fiscal procedures, given that there were reports last year that hindi po ito na sunod po according to procurement guidelines po?
Mr. Chair, again, with all due respect with my colleague, the Office of the Vice
Representative Santay,
President,
please
review
wait.
on
Please wait to be
modified.
acknowledged.
Order, please. You're not acknowledged.
Please wait to be acknowledged by the chair. We'll let the
Is that the last question, Madam Vice
we'll
President?
let the Madam Vice
You have the option
President to respond.
Respond or not.
My apologies, Vice Chair Pepito Alvarez. May I request for an orderly conduct of the hearing for the members to please wait to be acknowledged by the chair before you make a statement. Thank you very much. The floor is now with the Vice President to respond to the question of Representative Ko.
Yes, Madam Chair, as I said earlier, I don't know if everyone heard it. Every time we receive a comment from an auditor, we update our manual of operations.
in order no missing items would be in the next expenditure program. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Congresswoman Ko, that winds up your
Thank
questioning.
you for that response, Mr. Chair. This will be my last question po.
Okay.
In relation po doon sa ibang mga items in the budget before, we have taken note that if confidential funds of the Office of the Vice President, according and as revealed to the good governance hearings, was dispersed to the security heads or the VP-SPG. May I ask po, no, bakit po dispersed siya to the VP-SPG or the security heads? Pero ang nakalagay sa Joint Circular Number 2015-1 issued by DBM and COA that it should be dispersed to the Special Dispersing Officer.
Madam Chair, this is the confidential funds is a subject of impeachment proceedings. Is a subject of the articles of impeachment from the House of Representatives, and I would not like to discuss the defense strategy, particularly because the prosecutors will come from the House of Representatives.
Okay, Mr. Chair, my final question.
No,
Ito na
I'm
po
sorry.
yung last one.
I'm sorry.
Hindi na po siya
That's
part
the
of
last question.
individual-
Madam
Yes,
Chair.
I'm
po,
sorry.
Mr. Chair.
I'm sorry, that's the last question.
Madam Chair. Madam Chair, may I be recognized?
Yes, Senior Deputy Minority Leader.
I move that we terminate the budget hearing on the proposed budget.
Second.
Second the motion.
Budget hearing for the Office of the Vice President is hereby terminated. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to Her Excellency, the Vice President, Sarah Zimmerman Duterte, and to all the members of the Committee on Appropriations for today's hearing. Thank you very much po, Madam Vice President. May I solicit another motion from the body
Madam Chair, I move to suspend the hearing until 1:30 p.m.
Second the
today.
motion,
to
Madam
give
Chair.
way to the hearing of the Department of National
Del Rey bilang Chief Accountant. Mag-isang taon na po, ayon sa COA rules ay may 6 months po para mag-appeal. Ano na po ang status ng Notice of Disallowance na ito?
Madam Chair, I suggest that the congressman ask this during the hearing of the Commission on Audit.
Madam Chair, I'm asking the question now from the Office of the Vice President.
Madam Chair, this is a status of documents inside the Office of the Commission on Audit. So it has to be the Commission on Audit who will answer what is happening to this notice of disallowance.
Nagsabit po ba ng appeal ang Office of the Vice President sa Notice of Disallowance?
Kung yung Congressman Tinio, kung ang notice of disallowance was rectified by COA, wala na po yun. Pero kung yung notice of disallowance ay meron na silang final adjudication, and then merong order yun na final yung notice of disallowance. So, for your information, I will check with COA and get the records and give it to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Well, next question po ay kaugnay po sa Notice of Disallowance. Ang sabi po kasi ng COA, December 30, yung mga 105 activities na inilunsad dun sa mga disilaw na activities ay nangyari between December 13 to December 31. And yet, sa mga nakaraang hearing ay napag-alaman po na December 20 pa po na ilabas ang SARO at na-withdraw yung 125 million. Kaya nga sinasabing nagastos ito in 11 days from December 20 to December 31. So ang tanong lang po natin, ano po ang paliwanag doon sa nakapamahagi na kayo ng mga sinasabing reward money noong December 13 pa lamang samantalang hindi pa po lumalabas ang pera ng confidential funds. Pwede po bang may paliwanag yon?
Madam Chair, this is the subject of an impeachment trial, and I would not like to discuss the defense for the impeachment trial.
Representative
Chair,
Tino,
wala
please
naman pong-
proceed with the next question.
Madam Chair, I would just like to know, wala pong impeachment trial sa kasalukuyan. Madam Chair, in fact, it is archived in the Senate. No? Okay, so next question na po. No? Lumabas din po sa nakaraang mga hearing sa House na nag-submit po ang Office of the Vice President ng 2,670 accomplishment reports. At kasama po, para po sa liquidation ng 500 million pesos worth of confidential funds under the Office of the Vice President. At ayon sa investigasyon ay 1,322 out of 1,992 names in the OVP ARs submitted to the PSA have no birth records. So kasama po dito yung mga pangalang Mary Grace Tiatos, Fernando Tempura, meron pang Shell Jokno. No?
Kindly wind up your
Opo.
question.
Again, pwede po bang mapaliwanag ng Vice Presidente kung bakit ganon ang sinabit at bakit walang supporting documents ang mga accomplishment reports na ito.
Madam Chair, again, first, if the committee would like to ask how the Commission on Audit conducts its audit, I request that all the questions be propounded during the hearing of the Commission on Audit. Second, the subject confidential funds is a matter in impeachment proceedings, which is archived, but there is a pending motion for reconsideration in the Supreme Court. I cannot discuss defense strategy. Number 3, I cannot discuss intelligence operations and cannot explain how intelligence operations are done without compromising national security.
Thank you, Madam Chair. My next question.
Congressman Tenyo, last question.
Opo, last question.
Please wind up.
Opo. So, napabalita po, no, na mula July of last year hanggang sa kasalukuyan ay meron pong 13 trips ang Vice President overseas, no? So, mula po sa Germany, Japan, Hong Kong, Netherlands, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, Australia, South Korea, Kuwait, Paris, at several po sa Netherlands. Umaabot po sa at least 60 days po na on leave ang presidente, at marami po pero hindi lahat ay sinasabing personal leave, no? So sa mga trips po na ito, ilan po ang naging personal leave at ilan ang on official duty, at magkano po ang total na budget na ginastos ng Office of the Vice President para sa mga official leave at personal leave na nangyari?
So,
Madam
the
Chair, yes.
last question, Madam.
Yes, yes. Madam Chair, may I ask what date do you want me to start with the destinations? July 2024.
Pizza daw yun.
Mr. Chair, from July 2024, a personal trip to Germany,
Okay.
then January 2025,
July 24, we'll
personal trip to Japan, and so on.
Yes. We'll start with July 2024. So, number 1, under the Civil Service Commission rules, there is no allotted leave for the President and Vice President. We cannot both file a leave. So, the only thing that I need when I travel overseas is a travel authority from the Office of the President. All my travels were issued travel authority by the Office of the Vice President. And this implies that all these trips were approved by the Office of the Vice President. So, from July 2024, I went to Germany. In December 2024, I went to Denmark. In January 2025, I went to Japan. In the 4th week